Hello guys, M6, how are you doing? I am very sorry I cannot be with you there for the first week or two of school. Unfortunately, I've had to come home, but I will be back with you as soon as I can. So, our subject is for the first term. So the subject's called astronomy. But for the first term, we're not actually learning astronomy. The first term is more about Earth science. So we're learning all about the Earth and different processes and things that happen on the Earth, like earthquakes, plate tectonics, volcanoes, rocks, lots of things like this about the Earth. So it might be very interesting for some of you, might be extremely boring for more of you. Okay? So now, while I'm gone, there is not going to be a teacher supervising you or coming to teach you while I'm not there. Because you're M6, I am going to trust you and give you the responsibility to do this work that I give you by yourselves. Okay. I know that for at least your class on, I think it's on a Thursday, one of your classes, Teacher Fiona will bring you to the computer room to be able to do your work. Because what you will be doing is you will be preparing a presentation while I am gone. That's what I'm going to talk to you about now today. So what I would advise is anytime you're free or whenever you have the time, make your way to the computer room and work on your project. Okay? So we'll be working from Google Classroom for the moment. Okay, so here is our Google Classroom and our class code. Okay, here's our class code: 27x626q. Okay, please add yourself to this Google Classroom. Okay, I'll leave it up there for a second. You all have experience in Google Classroom, so it should be no problem for you adding yourself here. Okay, and the first bit of classwork is in here for you. Unit 1 project. Okay, I have not assigned it yet. I will do that now. Let's edit. Assign all students and assign. Okay, assign. So as soon as you go in there, it should be there for you. You will find this this file here. This gives you the information about your project. Okay. So the project we're doing is about the structure of the Earth. Okay. So all students must individually, so not as a group, individually prepare and present a project about the structure of the Earth. So if I'm back, I'm going to give you at least 2 weeks to do this. Okay. I'm going to give you at least 2 weeks to do it. If it takes me a little bit longer to get back, then you might need to record the presentation and send it to me online. But as the plan for the moment, I should be back with you within about 2 weeks, and you should be just about finished your presentation, and you will present in class when I get back for me. Okay, you'll be present to me in class. So here are the instructions. Okay, presentation can be done using PowerPoint, Google Slides, Canva, or any other application. Okay, however you want to do the presentation, you can do it. Okay, The slides of your presentation should not contain a script of what you will say. What that means is you do not just read the slides. So don't just have lots and lots of writing on your slides and you just read what it says on the slides. No. You will get very, very low points if that's what you do. You can have your bullet points or even just pictures. You can have a script in your hand that you can reference, but on the screen you should have little bits of information that you talk about, okay? Do not just read off lots of sentences that are on the presentation, okay? Again, repeat, have bullet points or pictures or something, some bits of information, diagrams, and you talk about them, okay? It's not a reading test, okay? I know you can all read English, so I'm not testing if you can copy and paste from the internet, put it in a PowerPoint and read it. No, okay? I'm testing if you have learned the material. Your presentation should contain pictures, diagrams, videos, animations, or any other media or appropriate things, okay? So a good presentation is visual. A presentation is something we look at, okay? I don't want to see just, like I said before, lots and lots of writing. I want to see pictures. If there's a video, excellent. A quick little video, maybe 10 seconds to a minute, whatever. That helps to describe what you're talking about, or helps people to understand what you're talking about. Okay, you can have a little GIF. Okay, let's say we're talking about the structure of the Earth. If there's a little GIF that shows the Earth split open and zooms in, that's great. Okay, all those things will give you more points. Okay, it's visual. Okay, presentation is about looking and understanding through seeing things and listening to what you're saying. Okay, it's a combination of the two. The presentation should be 6 to 8 minutes long. Okay, but if you put a 1 minute video in there, then you need to make the presentation another minute longer. Okay, 6 to 8 minutes of you presenting. Okay, so down here now I'm going to give you the topics that you need to talk about and that you need to give information on. They're all here for you, okay, and some little pointers. And down the bottom I also have links where you can find more information. You don't have to use only these links. These have most of the information you will need, but it doesn't have all the pictures that you need. It doesn't have all the diagrams you will need. It has some. So you can use this, but you can also use other places. You should use other places of information, okay? Places, websites and stuff to get the information. Just make sure that they're good places to get information. And do not just copy and paste from them, okay? I'm sure you've been told that 1,000 times by different teachers, but it applies, okay? You will not get high points if you copy and paste from them. Get the gist, okay? The general idea. You can use 50%, 60% the same as what's there, but try to put it in your words, okay? Or at least take out a lot of the extra information that's there. Condense it. Make it pure information, okay? I don't want lots of extra things that doesn't matter. Okay, so let's go through it. The first thing we need to know, what shape is the Earth? Question. Is it a perfect sphere? And why? Why are the planets in this shape? and get on to the structure of the Earth. Okay, what's the structure of the Earth? Why are the layers of the Earth the way they are? Okay, so we have the different layers of the Earth. Why are they like that? Okay, and here's a big clue for you. Density. Density, okay? Think about an experiment you might have done when you were in M1 or M2. You might have done an experiment where you get a glass of water and you pour in some oil. What happens to the oil? It sits on top of the water. And you pour in some honey. What happens to the honey? It drops to the bottom of the water, underneath the water. And then maybe you put in a stone. What happens to the stone? It goes under the honey. Okay? Why does this happen? Keyword, density. Density, okay? I'm almost giving you the answer there. Then we need to talk about the different layers. Okay, the Earth's core. What's it made from? There's two parts to the core, the inner and the outer core. What's the difference between them? Extra points here. This is kind of extra points. The Earth's magnetic field. Is it made here? How is it made here? How does it have the magnetic field? How is it made in the core? Is it? Am I telling the truth? Am I trying to trick you here? Is there a magnetic field? I don't know. You need to check out. You need to research. Next, the mantle. Again, what's it made from? What's the difference between the upper and lower mantle? Next, the crust. What are the two different types of crust? How are they different from each other? Does the crust move? How does it move? Okay. So not a huge amount that has to go in there. You don't have to give loads of information on each. Just what I have there. Answer the questions that I put in there. Speak a little bit about each. Have some pictures, okay? Maybe a video, maybe a diagram, okay? Visual information, and then you speak and make us understand, okay? You are teaching. When you make a presentation, what you're doing, you're teaching. You have to imagine that nobody knows anything about what you're talking about, and by the end of the presentation, they should understand, okay? Keep it simple. Simple English is best. It's easier for you to remember when you're doing the presentation. It's easier for the people listening to understand. Don't try to get really complicated English and try to sound and show off that you're such good English. Keep it simple. Make it easier. Okay? And we have some links there for you. I have some links. But as I said, you don't have to use those links. You can use those links and many more. You can use only these links if you want, if it has all the information you need. It might not. Okay. So that is all there in Google Classroom for you. If you have any questions, you can message me online and ask any questions. Okay, happy to answer you. Just remember that I am 6 hours behind you. So if you message me at 9 o'clock in the morning, that's what's that? Bisam is 3 o'clock in the morning for me, so you mightn't get an answer straight away. Okay. Okay, as I said, any answers or any questions, send to me in line. Get working on the project straight away, please. Teacher Fiona will bring you to the computer room in your first class. PowerPoint is okay. Google, I don't know if you've ever used it. Google Slides, you can use this. It's just like PowerPoint. Okay, same thing. I don't know if any of you have ever used Canva. Canva is also excellent. You can make some very good presentations here. Okay, this is very good for animations and things. There's a lot of there's a lot of free stuff you can use. Some of it you have to pay for. Maybe if you want to, you can get a free 30-day trial if you want. This is very good if you want to make it extra special. Okay. And so, good luck. Get working on it, and I'll see you soon. Okay. Thanks, guys.